He has no ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be graced by my
What you got about
presence.
40, homie? I thought you had $200. I do, but I won't spend Red's money.
You're going to come up to me and hug my neck and kiss me and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for getting that money out of my pocket.
Oh, I'll just hold on to my money because, there's hardship. Be careful.
You need to make a vow of faith of $1,000. Oh, Bob, couldn't you say 25? No! You can't make a $1,000 vow of faith. I'm saying in faith.
Tithe! Give money and you'll get the blessing. If you don't, nothing for you.
Put some anointing on this money. You put something up here. You put... Woo! Prosper. Prosper, I said. See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Donations. 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 Donations.
Thank you, Lord. You say you want to make a $500 vow? Then do it. Then do it. If that takes faith for you, do it. You want to make a $100 vow or two? If that takes faith, see, I like 1,000 because I know I got you. I got you into faith.
Yeah. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. The more people hit the like, the more new people could come in the live chat. I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours. If not, I'm getting off soon as I get done going over these TikToks, which could be like 30 minutes. I think y'all get the drift. But yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. You know? Who we got in here? What we looking like on Rumble? Nobody really watching on Rumble. It's a midday stream. People at work, I get it. So maybe I should go over a couple TikToks before I talk about what I want to talk about. Yeah, let's do that. Excuse me.
I'm telling y'all now. Hey guys, fit check real quick. I'm telling y'all now, my hands are ashy. I just washed them and there was no lotion, but that's neither here nor there. It's about the fit, okay? It's the fit. Let's take it back. Real cute. I mean, really, it's about the coat. It's about the coat, okay? Because it's cold outside. So, fur. It's a vintage mink. Leggings are FBF Body, of course. Boots are Steve Madden. Bag is my Speedy. Sunnies are Saint Laurent. The jewelry. That's it, that's all. Okay. Hey guys, fit check real quick.
Yeah, this is just sad. This woman is over 40. I went over her content before, and you can know she in the hood by the loud screaming in the back. But she trying to give this bougie vibe, and it's just not giving that. But this is sad because this is a 40-plus-year-old woman whose personality is, I got a fur coat. The reason why this is sad, because this is a 40-year-old woman whose personality is, I got a fur coat and a Louis bag. It's pathetic. She doesn't have a family. She doesn't have a man. She doesn't have an intact family. I'll say that. And she's soulless. That's why they have to put so much emphasis on status and materialistic things, because they're not interested in people and they don't have a soul.
some of these guys, what I notice is some of these guys, they mission. What I notice is some of these guys, they mission out here is to try to humble a bitch. They see their friends, they see their family, you know, buying their girl flowers, doing this, doing that. They be feeling like, oh yeah, I don't gotta do all that. I'm not doing all that. Da, 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 da. Like, why you don't want to make your girl feel good? Why you don't want to make a girl feel special? You a bum. You's a bum ass bitch. And you need to get left in the motherfucking dirt. Y'all need to start dissing these niggas again. Start leaving them in the dirt. They feeling too special. They feeling themselves. What I notice is
Yeah. Ma'am, you in the dirt with them. That's how you met them. And you know why they feeling themselves? Because you give them that validation and you sleep with them. That's what got their ego big. Because women like you can't get enough of them. So they don't have to buy flowers. They don't got to hype you up. None of that. He got 10 more like you on his line. So look, this is why I always say, don't talk down on the men you've dealt with because you're on their level. You dealt with them. So however bad they are, you're just as much bad. However bad they are, you're just as bad. But I don't know if they're bright enough to get it. I don't know if they're bright enough to, do 2 plus 2 is 4. I hope she finds some peace in her life. What up, Mr. Cut? Good to see you. I hope you followed the new channel. The new channel is Dating Dysfunctions. I'm not posting videos on this channel no more. I'm only going live from this channel. The new channel is Dating Dysfunctions, and here it is. And the link is at the top of the chat. We 6 videos in. We had a couple of videos go. I'm not gonna say it went viral, but a couple of videos hit the algorithm. I think one of them is up to 7,000 views, and one of them is up to 4,000 views. But anyway, okay, that's cool. Mr. Cut is already subscribed. Who we got in here? I want to tell a quick story. But I want to at least get maybe 10 people in here. Everybody hit the like button. We got 6 people watching, only 3 likes. Let's see if we popping on Rumble. Nope.
...6 months, and y'all, I've been abstinent for 6 months, and this is the best I've ever felt, because when I was doing it, I was depressed, wanted to myself, and I realized that was me absorbing their energy, and then I'm giving them my good happy energy, and now I took my power back, and I can go a whole nother 6 months with nothing. I don't even want to kiss from these niggas, because it's just like, you don't even do shit. Like, niggas will talk your motherfucking ear off and then expect you to open your legs up. And now I just observe niggas and see how they move and see like your intentions, and really just try to understand a nigga before I even think. I don't even think about it, because niggas don't even make it that far. So it's just like, I just love the fact that I hold all my power, and I'm just such in a great mental space now that I'm not having sex. Y'all, I've been abstinent for 6.
Sad thing is, for a lot of chocolate sisters, going 6 months is like going 6 years. I mean, this is a flex for her. She said, I can go another 6 months. Like that's just like that's just, a decade or something. But that is big stuff for a chocolate sister. The blonde hair is throwing me off. I don't know why they want to be like Barbie so bad. Just be a proud African queen. Don't wear the same hair color as, the Vanilla Sisters. Love yourself. But here's the thing. Her not having bedroom fun with the guy she's attracted to isn't going to get her the desired result she wants. They still not going to take her serious. They just going to keep it moving. So in a sense, this is kind of like a manipulation tactic. Maybe if I hold the cookie, it'll get Pookie to act right. No, Pookie's still going to be Pookie. and you still don't qualify to even get a conversation from men like me with self-respect and self-esteem. So yeah, look, keep keeping that box to yourself. It's gonna be one cobwebby place for the rest of your life if you keep this standard. I don't have hope that you can keep it. You're too hot in the pants. This wasn't the flex you thought it was. I hope you find peace, sister. I'm putting a positive spin on everything now. Try to trick the YouTube algorithm. Guys, this is gonna be a mess. Anyway, what can we get the likes up? What's up? Why are y'all, boycotting the like button? We got 11 people watching and only 3 likes. I don't understand the boycott. And since I don't understand it, I'm gonna take it as disrespect. Hit the like button, please. All right, we're gonna keep getting into some TikToks, but I want to talk about an older woman I know that I just talked to today. Okay, now this older woman is, I'll just say, in her 40s. I'll just say that. You know, she's been single for 15 years. I'm gonna say it again. She's been single for 15 years, y'all. And keep this in mind. This is an attractive woman, a very attractive woman, which makes it even more of a red flag if you're a 40-plus-year-old man and you on a date with her and you're like, "Oh, how long you been single?" And she say 15 years, and she's arguably a 9 for what she is. I mean, some would say, there's no such thing as a 40 plus 9 and 10. But just for the sake of my argument, let's just say it was possible. She's a 40-year-old 9. Because it's relative. It's relative. For her age, she's in that top percentile for her age. How about that? She's not a 9 compared to a 22-year-old, but, she's a 9 compared to most, uh, black 40-plus-year-olds, right? So very attractive and been single for 15 years, going on 20 years. I mean, I'm not gonna be surprised if it ends up being 20 years, or I guess I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being forever, which is diabolical. Look, I'll just put it like this. For the sake of this argument, let's say she's 52. Just for the sake of this argument, I'm gonna say she's 52. So a very attractive 52-year-old woman who's been single for almost 20 years, right? So I asked her, hold on, I asked her, would you say you were looking for this past 15 years? And y'all know what she said. Y'all could probably predict what she said to that question. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break down why she answered the way she answered. She said, "No, I wasn't looking. I was just kind of going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens." They gotta say that, y'all. Do y'all know why they have to say that? Because no woman wants to say out loud that she couldn't get something that she wanted to get and was trying to get. Because there's no, like, you see what I'm saying? There's no answer other than, no, I was just going with the flow, living my life. Wasn't really worried about it. Any other answer than that would be admitting I was trying to get something for 15 years and couldn't get it. And I'm gonna flip it, since it seemed like we always picking on the ladies. The same thing go for men. So, see, it's just a human thing. Nobody wants to admit that they've been trying and failing at something for 15 years. Men, women, black, white, poor, rich. Nobody wants to say that out loud. That I've been trying to get this thing for going on 2 decades and been failing. Include me. I don't want to say out loud that I've been trying to. I mean, let's be real. If somebody asks me, "Oh, RB Sensei," I mean, y'all know that ain't my name, but anyway, if somebody asks, "Hey, RB, how long you been trying to succeed on YouTube?" I'm like, "Oh shit, this isn't gonna sound good." I would try to. It's just human nature. I would try to find a way to word it to where it don't sound as bad. But the truth is, I've been trying to be successful at YouTube for what's this year? About to be 22. Let's just call it 8 years and been failing. I mean, I can tell y'all we family. I can tell y'all I've been failing at succeeding at YouTube for 8 years. Um, but I don't really want to go out at a dinner party and tell somebody that. So what would I say? I'd probably say, "Oh, it's just a little hobby on the side." I mean, of course, I wouldn't be mad if I blew up, but it's just something I do for fun. Wasn't really taking it that serious. I mean, I do it, but ain't no big deal. Just do it because I like it. I mean, I would probably word it like that, and you probably would too. Because once again, nobody wants to say out loud that they've been trying at something and failing for 8 and 10 and 12 and 15 years. And see, women are all about their status and how they're perceived by society. They're all about that. Please hit the like button. 14 people watching, only 6 likes. Please hit the like. So, they lie to the world and they lie to themselves. What up, Lauren? Let me get Lauren caught up real quick, Lauren. So what I was talking about is I was talking to a woman I know who's, let's just say, 50 and up, right? And I talked about her before. She's 50 and up, and she's very attractive, and she's been single for 15 years. And I asked her, "Would you say you were looking for 15 years?" And of course, she said, "No, I was just going with the flow, seeing what happened, focusing on me." Women have to say that. Because I was telling, the audience, nobody wants to admit out loud that they've been trying to get something for 15 years and failing. Nobody wants to admit. I wouldn't want to admit that as a man, especially as a woman, because you're forced to be like, "Well, damn, am I low value?" You forced to face that idea of, "Damn, is it me? Damn, am I just not desirable anymore on the dating market?" That's a tough pill to swallow. Cause see, this is what I want to. Y'all could talk to me. If you were out on a date, let's just say you're a 50-year-old man, right? And you're out on a date. What up, puppy? You probably don't want to be called puppy. I don't know what you want to be called, but I'm gonna call you puppy until you tell me what else to call you. Okay, I'll call you ND until you tell me what else to call you. Okay, fellas and ladies, if you were a 50-year-old man and you were out on a date with a beautiful 50-year-old woman, right? And you just casually talking and you ask her like, "Oh, so, how long have you been single?" And she said 15 years. Is there any justification that you can think of that you would be like, "All right, is she still worth going on a second date with?" This 50-year-old woman told me she's been single for 15 years. Is there can y'all think of any can y'all think of any excuse in your head where you would be like, "All right, that's fair. I can still fuck with her after this. She got a fair excuse." But anyway, let me wrap up with this, and we're gonna keep going over TikToks. Oh, puppy or pup is good. All right, puppy. Okay, I don't know if I feel comfortable calling a man pup. I'll call you puppy. Definitely don't feel comfortable calling a grown man puppy. But for some reason, I do feel comfortable calling a grown man pup. It sounds a little more gangster. What up, pup? Um. Anyway, anyway. So back to the 50-year-old attractive woman, right? She's been talking to this guy, and she's very clear that he likes her. She's very clear that he want to get with her. And he's been casually dating her, maybe once a month, taking her out on a date, texting here and there, maybe calling here and there. So I'm pretty sure she's went on anywhere from, I don't know, 5 to 10 dates with this dude this past year. Let's just say 10. She's hung out with this dude 10 times in the past 12 months, right? And she knows he likes her and everything, and that from her perspective, he would be with her if she gave him the word, right? Which I'm kind of skeptical about that, but that's another conversation. So I asked her today, like, so do you like this dude? She's like, no, I don't know if I like him yet. I'm like, how long do it take for a 40-year-old, or I'm sorry, I didn't say the age, but I'm just talking to you. How long do it take for a woman to decide if she finally liked this guy? You've been out with him 10 times in the past 12 months. Like what? So I asked her, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10 or a scale from 10% to 100%, how much do you like this guy? Do you like this guy? She said 10%. And I just flat out said, like, look, if you done been on 10 dates with this dude and you got to know him and you're saying he's a good dude and all that, and after 10 dates over a year's period, you just saying you like him 10%, you just don't fucking like him. Yeah, but he cool though. I don't care about you saying he cool or he a good guy. You don't fucking like him. And then I asked her, at this point, and she's known him for years. I think she's known him. Even though they weren't dating and talking this whole time they've known each other, they've known each other for a long time. Not like I said, not talking every day and not know each other for a long time, but he's an acquaintance from years ago, and they've been casually kind of talking this past year. And from what I hear, he always had a crush on her. So this sounds like some beta male sitting in the friend zone shit for decades type shit. But anyway, she keep entertaining it. She's returning the texts and she's showing up to the dates, right? But you got to keep in mind, fellas, she ain't doing shit else. See, that's what I want you brothers to keep in mind. I don't want you to think she like you because she's showing up to the date. She ain't doing shit else. Well, I mean, I'm sure she got other shit to do, but she ain't doing nothing else romantically. But anyway, shout out to Isaiah. He donated $5. Greatly appreciated. The meme board still ain't working, but shout out to Isaiah. Everybody shout him out. He says, just supporting the ridiculous nonsense. P.S. A 50-year-old who's been single 15 years is definitely a no-go for anything serious. Facts. Facts. But let's go back. What was I saying? So she said something very profound that I'm glad we're about to go over. But this is what I was saying, fellas. I don't want the fellas to get hyped because a bitch is texting you back consistently and showing up to the dates you inviting her on. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit means nothing, bruh. And actually, I think they kissed a few times on some of these dates. That don't mean nothing. Okay, a little smooch. Okay, whatever. Trust me, bro. It ain't nothing. If she ain't sucking your dick, if she ain't making you come, she don't like you. And honestly, we live in a time now where even if she is blowing you and fucking you, she might not like you. You know what I'm saying? But you not even in bro, you not even in the realm of even listen to me. You shouldn't even be in the realm of thinking that she might like you if she never made you come. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Seriously, that's facts. Especially if y'all went on more than 3 dates. Look, I don't wanna say that it's just like this super strict rule that sex should happen within a week after the 3rd date. I mean, that is kinda my general rule, but I know there's exceptions that could be made. But I guess the point that I'm making, like, let's just hypothetically say y'all went on a date every week for 3 months, right? So you would've went on your 3rd date after the 3rd week of knowing her. I would say 3 or 4 dates. After 3 or 4 dates, within a week of 3 or 4 dates, you should have ejaculated if she likes you, point blank, period. But I'm gonna give an example. Um, let's just hypothetically say she was gonna fuck you after the 12th date, guaranteed. Obviously, during the dating process, you don't know that. She's not just gonna come out and say, 6 more dates and I'm fucking you. She's not just gonna come out and say it. But in this hypothetical that I'm setting up here, um, she was gonna fuck you after the 12th date. My point is, if you didn't already took her on 4 dates and y'all ain't making out regularly or nothing, like she ain't get you a blowjob or nothing. She ain't touch your dick. She ain't like there's nothing like nothing. You haven't hinted towards I can't wait to do that one day with you or nothing. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause I look, I'll tell you flat out. I'll tell you flat out. We working all this out in my head, or I'm working this out in my head as I talk to y'all. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, and this isn't a flex. This is not a flex, but I'm giving you an example. Um, it was this chick at work. I kind of got the hint that she liked me. She kept asking me if I had a she would ask me, "Am I still with my ex?" And she would always try to talk to me. She was trying to give me the signals that she liked me, essentially. So I eventually hollered at her. We arranged something. What up, Ricardo? We hung out. Um, and at some point during us hanging out, she literally said out of her mouth, and I'm trying to think what date this was because that's gonna drive my point home. I'm gonna drive this point home. Um, it it was the second time linking up at best, if that. It might have been the first time. It was the first or second time we ever linked up. Now, granted, she knew me from work, so it is a little different. She casually knew me from work, ain't like we was besties at work or nothing. But no, she didn't ask my height, but she knew me from work. So I would say maybe that's not the best example, but the example still stands. The second time we ever linked up, because even knowing me at work, she didn't know me at work. I might have said hi a couple times, but it ain't like we had all these interactions at work. She just casually knew me from work. So I wouldn't say that really diminishes my point too much. So the second time we linked up, she just flat out told me, um, I've never wanted to fuck someone any more than this in my life. I'm like, well, damn. Okay. She said, I'm paraphrasing, but she essentially said something like that. And even before I think we hooked up the first time, she told me, I think the first time we ever talked on the phone, she expressed to me like that she fantasizes about having sex with me at work. Like she'll look at me at work and thinking about riding it and all that. Like I'm just giving y'all examples. Like so, this whole thing of going on 3 and 4, 5 dates and you don't know if she like you or not. No, you getting played, bruh. You getting played. See, and here's another thing. Well, let me give y'all another example. I told y'all about this other chick that I met off the app, and I told her the first time we met, I didn't feel the spark or the chemistry or whatever. But still, the first time we linked up, I'm trying to think, did she blow me the first time we linked up? Um, I think the second time we linked up, I think I came over and hung out or something casually. And then I think the second time we linked up, we were in the sex store shopping for condoms and sex toys. And we went back home and we did our thing. That was the second time linking up. So, like, and some people would just say, oh, they was hoes. No, this is just the regular when they like you, bro, and they want to fuck you. See, when they get older, they want it to be more about um, I want to see that you're a gentleman and I want to see if you're consistent. They never had these standards when they were young and hot in the pants and fucking guys they were really attracted to. Now you got to be all this and I got to see for 6 months and all that. That mean like let me put it like this. Now that she's older, she want to be more of a prude with the sex, right? She's already been there getting pounded and pumped and dumped and this and that. She's looking for something serious now. So even when they get over 40, even if you're a type of guy that she would have blew on the second date when she was 23, now she want to be a prude with it to try to manipulate you to be a good man and all that. You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm making with all of this, or let me give you this example too. And you can be this bold when you don't really care about the chick and she can come or go and you don't care if you ever hear from her again. And that's why men who, how can I put it? Men who deal with women they don't really like or care about that much handle women the way you're supposed to handle women because they don't care. So they're going to talk to that woman in the way that women respond positively to, which is in a way like, I really don't care if you come or go or if I ever hear from you again. That women respond well to that. And when she's a 4 or 5, let's just go in the looks department. When she's a 4 or 5 or a chubby 5 or something, and you really don't, hey, if this chubby bitch talk to me again, cool. If not, cool. You're gonna talk different. Most men are gonna talk different to a chubby 5 than a 8 with a banging body. They're not gonna treat those two women the same. But see, that's the problem with a lot of guys. Trying to treat the 8 with the banging body good is what's gonna make her put you in the friend zone. See, Chad and Tyrone know how to treat the 9 or 10 woman like she's a 5, a chubby 5. And that's what keeps the 9 and 10 women on their hook. Because Chad and Tyrone treat dimes like they're chubby 5s. And that's what keep those 9s and 10s acting right and crying on TikTok about them. And that's what send, the 9s and 10s to the therapy chair. But back to what I was saying. So I was hanging out with a chubby 5 or whatever. And y'all can say I'm wrong for this, but I'm gonna show you why I'm not wrong for it. I was hanging out with the chubby 5, right? And I remember previous to this date that I'm about to tell y'all about, she said something to the effect of, there's nothing that's more of a turnoff than a dude who just blatantly asks for head. She told me that. She was like, if a dude just come out and just blatantly be like, give me head or suck my dick, that's my biggest turn off. She told me that. Now keep that in mind, y'all. She specifically went out of her way to tell me if a dude just come right out and asks for head, I'm turned off. Okay? On the second date, she came over my house. I opened the door literally in my underwear. I mean, I don't know if this is TMI, but I'm just giving y'all the breakdown so you can understand the setup. I'm literally in underwear and nothing else, just chilling. I opened the door in underwear. Just to set the tone, like, you know what this is. Like, I mean, look, let me be clear. I wasn't answering the door in my underwear to be a creep. Like, I didn't purposely. Well, okay, let me give a little more context because that sounded creepy. Let me give a little more context. I think this was the second time we linked up, and we text before. She was like, "Can we have sex or something?" She already was saying something about sex before she ever came over. Okay, just to be clear, I didn't just ask a woman out on a date and then just answer the door in my underwear. It was somewhat established that we were gonna do something, if that makes sense, right? So that's why I answered the door in my underwear. But anyway, so we were sitting and talking for a minute. What did she say? She said something like, "I need a foot rub" or something, and I'm like, "I'll give you a foot rub if you if you blow me." Now, some would say, let me just, in case y'all didn't hear me. She said she wanted a foot rub, and I said, "I'll give you a foot rub if you blow me." Now, and her response was like, "Oh, well, that was blunt." I'm like, "Oh well," and remember, and remember, previous to that date, she specifically told me that's my biggest turnoff if a dude just come out and just asks. And within 5 seconds, she was tying her hair up. But I thought that was her biggest turnoff. So why you tying your hair up about to blow me? I don't. But this show. But she said it was her biggest turnoff. Y'all, what's up with that? That's why I never listen to what women say. Now, some people will say, "Oh, I'm a bad man for just coming out and just, oh, can you blow me?" Like that was rude. No, it wasn't. It was the proper thing to say to get me blown. A closed mouth don't get fed. Now, if I was being timid about wanting to get my dick sucked, I probably wouldn't have got it sucked that night. Women don't respond to timid, pussyfooting around men who can't just, real man could just ask a bitch, can you suck my dick? Now, if I went around outside with a microphone and ask women like, "Do you like it when a man just on a date come right out and ask you to suck his dick?" Of course, they're pretty much all of them are gonna say, "Hell no, that's rude, that pig." But no, if you're the right guy, you can say that. And deep down inside, they probably for the right guy, they want to just be that blunt and manly about it. It took balls for me to say that, and women respect balls. Despite what they know, I want a gentleman who's gonna go about it in a gentlemanly, try to get head in a gentlemanly way. They don't respond to that, bro. If I would have been a pussy about it, I wouldn't have got blown that night. Point blank, period. Like, um, well, here's the thing about my height, Ricardo. Like, this story can't help identify me. Now, if I keep sprinkling personal information about, you know, what my name is, how tall I am, how old I am, you know, what state I live in, now we can start building a profile to find out who I am. So that's why I don't give my height. I don't want to give my age. Certain information that people could kind of put together, what state I live in, I'm gonna leave that off the internet. But me talking about some random lady I got head from when you don't know who I am at all, it's not really personal information. I mean, it is personal information, but it's not information that you can use to find me. That's the difference. But anyway, back to I want to finalize the point with the 50-year-old woman I was talking to today. So I asked her, you knew this dude enough, you went on enough dates with him to know if you like him romantically or not. It don't take months and months and years of dating and getting to know somebody to see if there's a spark. So I asked her if he called you right now and confessed his love and say, "I want to be with you," and if not, then I don't want to talk to you ever again. She said she was cool with never talking to him again. So exactly. So just go ahead and cut that man loose and stop stringing him along. Stop stringing him along. But anyway, the final thing I want to say about her, we were having a conversation, and basically asked her what he basically said. Over the 15 years, I always kind of knew I needed a man or wanted a man, but just really wasn't worried enough about it to put any real effort into getting it. But she said, now that I'm getting older, I realize I'm gonna need somebody to help me when I'm old and sick. I'm like, that's fucked up. So basically, you didn't care enough to put effort into getting and maintaining the man for 15 years or longer than 15 years, whatever. But now that you're getting older and you know you need a man to help you pay for shit, you tired of carrying the strong independent load. So now that you essentially want to use a man now because you're getting older and you know you're gonna need a man to help pay bills, to help you go get your pharmacy medicine, to help you on your walker. So now that you know you're getting to the age where you really gonna need somebody, now you want to think about trying to get a man. And even then, you still talking about, because she said she only liked this dude 10%, but she said I at least gotta like a guy 35%. But I'm not really so much focused on the romantic part. I'm more focused on the practical part. But I still want to at least like you somewhat, at least 35%. I'm like, that's fucked up. So as a man, would you want to know you with a woman and you giving your life and effort and everything to a woman for the rest of your life and you're gonna take care of her and change her diapers, but she only like you romantically 35%? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Shout out to Noah. Um, can you imagine? But see, a lot of 'em, I would even say most wives only like their husband ever, even from the jump, probably only like their husband 10, 20%. They only ever liked them 10 to 20%. That's why she can go so cold and divorce you and not give a fuck. She never liked you like that to begin with. You were just a means to an end. That's crazy, man. The life of a man. So I was telling her, so this is what I told her. This is what I told her. I said, well, don't you think that's a contradiction then? Because if you said you more focused on the practical at this age, then you should try to take serious this guy that you saying you only like 10%. Because from what you telling me, he would be a good practical mate for you, and he's crazy about you and all that, but you don't like him enough percentage points to pull the trigger. You ain't getting no younger. This is arguably going to be possibly the last guy who would even be interested in being in a serious relationship with you, if he even that. There's really no solid proof that he's looking to like be in a long-term relationship or marriage with her just because he taking her on dates. Probably just trying to hit some skins. I wouldn't be shocked if he hit it a few times, if all this energy die all the way off. See, this is that delusion where women just think they just have forever options and they can throw away this guy and throw away that guy. Yeah, I like him 10%, but not 20%. So next, you don't have those type of options. It's time to settle. At 50, it's time to settle for a guy you don't like. But if we coming from the perspective of looking out for the guy, I would tell the guy not to do it. If I'm looking out for the woman I know, then I would tell her, yeah, do it. This is going to be the best thing for you. But if I'm looking out for the guy, if the guy was my, friend or something, I'd be like, no, don't do that. It's kind of like the contradiction that I always throw out there. Like, I would never tell a young man in my life that I got love for to get married, but I would tell every young woman I got love for in my life to get married. So it's a contradiction. I would tell all the young boys not to get married that I know, and all the young girls to do everything you can to try to get a motherfucker to marry you. Because men or women are different. What's going to be best for the girlies is probably going to not be the best for the boys, and that's the problem we have in society. I should be able to tell both boys and girls to get married. It's going to be the best thing for you, but I can't, or it's really never been the best thing for a man, really. I do think responsibility is good for men. When men don't have anything to be responsible for, they're just degenerate drunks, porn addicts. You know what I mean? So I do. All men aren't strong enough to be stand-up guys without having something to be responsible for. So maybe to some extent, marriage would be good for a lot of guys, from that perspective. But yeah, man, I don't know. See, this is what I want to say. From when they were little girls, they have always been taught that men are disposable. Even from age, I ain't gonna say from age 3, but when little girls start getting 6 and 7 and they start seeing how the world works and seeing how their aunts treat their uncle and how their dad treat their mom or mom treat their dad, they start to kind of peep game a little bit. Girls are taught by society that men are disposable tools to be used, and it'll always be another disposable cool man around the corner to help you or give you whatever you need. That's how girls are conditioned in our society. So that's why the 50-year-old woman I know can be going on dates with this guy and saying he kind of cool and he a good guy, but feeling like she could throw him by the wayside at 50. And she and deep down inside, she still believes there's gonna be some guy that come along at maybe 60 who's ready to come get the worst of her and take care of her at her worst. After she blew off and didn't take men serious for 50 years or whatever. And she thinks some James Bond is gonna come at 60 who she's gonna like and be wanting to get married and pay her bills and help her on her walker. It don't work that way. Let me tell you something right now. Don't work that way. I don't know. Let's get back to the TikToks. That's diabolical.
A girl, I just want to say this. Find you something to do. A girl's younger than me, this is the best big sister advice I could give you. You're sitting around depressed, sad about a man, you simply do not have enough to do. You should be so focused on yourself, business, your finances, you leveling up in the gym. If you're busy enough, you would not even care. If you had enough going on in your life, building you would not give a damn who texts you back. You would not care like who unfollowed you. Like, we sit around and worry about, and I say we because I've been there. That's why I'm telling y'all this. Like, it's a waste of time and energy when you can be putting all of that into yourself. You got an idle mind, that's the devil's playground. And I've always believed that. That's why you don't have to be busy on the go, but you need to have a routine set, like a schedule in your head of what I need to do my week, how are my weeks gonna look. Like, you need to have a planned out life. That itself takes away like anxiety and things like that for most people. I know it helps for me. Like, a clean house and a set routine, a schedule in my head makes me feel so just like balanced. I don't know why I felt the need to give this message, but I was just like, it's on my heart to just tell somebody. Like, I know people are in a funk. I know the economy is trash right now, but it's still things we could be doing. Working on your body, working on yourself, working on your mental health. Like, do not neglect yourself, especially for another person who is going to be somewhere living their life. You know what I mean? I just want to say this. Find
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Women can't stand sitting with their own brain a lot of times. You know, because they're just going to get depressed. They're going to start thinking about all the relationships that didn't work out. And she's trying to distract herself from a particular man, another one who don't care about her one way or another. You know, and her focusing on herself isn't going to change her type. Her type don't like her like that for anything more than bedroom fun. But this is good advice. Stay busy when you're depressed and down and out and losing that life in one of the areas of life, romantic life for her. Yeah, stay busy. So you don't got to think about it instead of doing what it takes to fix yourself so you can actually succeed in that area of life. So she's just distracting herself. You know what I mean? And 10,000 pounds of makeup over 40 with a tat on your chest is diabolical work. Not to mention zebra print. Not to mention zebra print to boot. All the superficial stuff can't fill the void within them. It really can't. All the zebra print makeup and claws in the world can't fill the void in her heart. But God bless her.
Why would a man have my, and you know what? Why would a man have my phone number? Why would a man have my phone number? The other day, I was hanging out, having a great day with my friend, having a big, grand, girly pop extravaganza time. Cheesing, smiling, giggling. I get a notification. I look down on my phone. It's a man. Instant irritation. Instant disappointment. Why would I give a man constant access to be able to contact me? So we ain't doing that no more. I got something for that. I ordered a flip phone. I'm going to call this phone.
I hate to stop it. I hate to stop it, but I got to talk. The reason why she was irritated is because it was one of her many, punk simps. The reason she was irritated because it was one of those softies who she don't respect, who she don't like, one of the guys on her roster. But see, when women got to have a roster, it's because the guy they really want don't want to take them serious. So their roster of guys they don't really want boost their ego back up. Because the same energy she gave that guy that she ignored his call, the guy she really want give her that energy. And she's going to be stuck in that loop. But we can tell right now that this woman is very extremely immature. But we can tell right now that she's extremely immature. And that's why she bought a Barbie flip phone before we even get any more details.
I got something for that. I ordered a flip phone. I'm going to call this my hoe phone. My pimp phone. Yeah. This is not sponsored. Okay, they did not sponsor me. I bought this with my own hard cash. I said, I need a flip phone. I went online to order a flip phone and they had Barbie flip phones. What's better for a pimp phone than a Barbie? Bitches, you not hearing me? Oh, this my skirt. It's Prada. Prada. Anyways.
See, that's their whole personality. I got a Prada skirt on. Nobody cares if you have a Prada skirt on. Seriously, it doesn't boost your value as a human. Social media and status and materialistic garbage is what they base their life around. Lord help them.
Pimp phone than a Barbie. Bitches, you not hearing me? Oh, this my skirt. It's Prada. Prada. Anyways. Let me focus. I think I might have ADHD. Get off my phone, ho! Hold on. I gotta do that smoother. Bye, bitch. If you meet me in the streets, remember you don't know me. If you holler when you see me, remember you all the hating in the pocket, and you don't know me. Quit telling people you my partner, nigga, you don't know me.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hey, listen. This a grown woman, y'all. She's not 12. She's not 15. She ain't 19. She ain't even 21. She probably 24, 25 years old, if not older. Getting giddy about a Barbie phone. She's trying to be funny, but it's not funny. When Chocolate Sisters say they're funny, this is what they talking about. Just to be clear. It's just too much. It's just too over the top. She's rude, she's disrespectful, she's masculine. She's made that very clear. Childish, rude, disrespectful, and masculine. Unfortunately, that describes most Chocolate Sisters in America. I wish it wasn't so to all my pro-black brothers and sisters out there, but it is so.
Hey, you don't know me. Quit telling people you my partner, nigga, you don't know me.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Okay, I bedazzled it. I took a picture. I'm T, even on the camera. Even on the flip phone camera, I'm still T. Oh my God.
Now, listen.
Hello? It's a time.
She swears she's T. She thinks her face card never declines. Your face card is average at best, ma'am. So yeah, it declines sometimes. I'm not saying she's bad looking, but her face card declines sometimes. You know who your face card declined with? The guys you really want a relationship with. The ones that you're yearning to be with that always curve you. Your face card declines with them. Whatever. I spent way too much time on this one, but this was just ridiculous. So yeah, we got $5 in donations. We only need $10 more for me to stay on 2 hours. How long have I been on? 57 minutes. Yeah, let's get the donations up just because.
Quiet and keep to yourself. Y'all, here are 7 things that you keep quiet and keep to yourself about that I wish I knew back then what I know now. We're going to start with number 1. Your income. Nobody should know how much you make. Flex quietly. Let your lifestyle speak for itself. Let them people wonder how you living like that. And even when it comes to you struggling, let them people wonder how you living. Nobody should know how much you make. Because if they know that, they're going to stereotype you and put you inside of a box. Number 2, move in silence. Let people see your success and not the strategies, okay? Let them see you when you get to the finish line. Don't let them see the race.
Okay. I hate to stop it, but you already contradicting yourself. You saying don't let people know what you make. Keep it to yourself. That's your business. Flex quietly. Okay, if you don't want people to know your business, how about don't flex it at all? Y'all see the contradiction there? It ain't adding up. And here we go with the blonde hair. What is this, beach blonde on the Chocolate Sister? Y'all need to learn how to be yourselves. And they the main one throwing out the insult. Oh, you don't want to date Chocolate Sister? You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. Well, at least I don't got to walk around with a blonde wig on, a Tom Cruise wig, or a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger wig. You know what I mean? Who got blonde hair? A Hulk Hogan wig from the 90s? And then look, she's showing her work name tag and all that. Make it make sense, baby. You risking your job to do a TikTok telling people not to tell people your business while you show your work name tag? You can't make it up, folks. You just can't make it up.
People wonder how you living. Nobody should know how much you make. Because if they know that, they're going to stereotype you and put you inside of a box. Number 2, move in silence. Let people see your success and not the strategies, okay? Let them see you when you get to the finish line. Don't let them see the race. And number 3, ding, 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 ding. Your relationship, your love life. When you put your public business out there, it forms a lot of public opinions. You're opening the door to be judged. I knew back.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. In theory, all this sounds good, but y'all addicted to social media. So you can't help but put your business out there. And even if in your mind you know it's a bad idea, let you get in your feelings. You're ruled by your feelings. Let you get in your feelings on the right day, and you're going to break all these rules and post all this stuff on social media. Let you hit the right lick. Let you get the right man that you can flex, and you'll be posting it. So it sound good, but it's just babber. So yeah, it sound good, but it's just, typical dingbat babble. I hope you don't lose your security job though based on this video. I don't wish that on you.
With this new, I'm not with this new world of dating. I don't know if it's because I'm a millennial or what, but I'll give you an example. Met a guy. We talked briefly. We were on a train when I was at the airport, and now keep in mind, I'm a relationship kind of girl, so I have been like in and out of the same relationship for a little bit, but now I'm single. So we talked. He's like, well, I need your number so I can take you on a date. He was cool, so I gave him my number. Ever since I gave him my number, he's just texts me like the good morning beautiful every day, and I'm just like, or what you doing? And the thing that threw me off is he said, do you have social media? And I said, I do.
Okay. Hold on. Somebody type 59 seconds in the chat. 59 seconds in the chat. Okay. One thing I want to talk about are these women who waste years and years with a man who they know it's not going to be happily ever after with. It's not going to be this is my forever boo. They know he's not right for them. They know this is a toxic situation, but they'll waste 10 and 15 years with a guy they know is not going to be their forever person, and then pop back up on the dating market in their 40s looking for Mr. Right. No, it's over. You wasted all your prime years on Mr. Wrong, somebody you knew was Mr. Wrong. And the whole thing about this guy texting and this and that, and look, he's trying to text his way into them draws. That's why he's not making plans. But let's see what happens after he asks for the social media. And let's be clear, after he asks for the social media, he's probably going to be turned off if he was looking for something serious. Because I'm sure your social media page is embarrassing.
Like the good morning beautiful every day. And I'm just like, or what you doing? And the thing that threw me off is he said, do you have social media? And I said, I do. So he said, okay, what's your IG? And I said, I'll give it to you one day. And he said, is it a secret? And I said, no, I just prefer to get to know someone before we start looking through social media. And social media. And
Block her. Hey, fellas. If you go through a situation like this, just block her. So I already just predicted this before she said it. The social media page is going to be some garbage that she knows is going to run them off. But see, don't even inquire anymore. Just God bless you, sister. I hope you find what you're looking for.
looking through social media. And he's like, I understand that. So that's my thing. Like, I don't want anyone going to my social media, like, trying to figure me out, because that's how a lot of men try to give you what they think you want, as opposed to just getting to know you and being authentic. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel about it. So after that, it would just be like a good morning text or like small talk text throughout the day. But you haven't called to say how you doing. You haven't called to like have conversation or to schedule a date to have conversation in person. So for me, I think that's already not gonna work for me. So I may just like abort mission. I just prefer more of an old school approach to getting to know someone. And it's not gonna be texting me good morning beautiful. You should even remember what I look like at this point. You only see me one time on the train and ain't called since. So
Lady, look,
I don't know if it's because
that's over with. You 40 plus. Nobody's jumping through hoops and courting like it's the 50s no more. That's over with. Drop the social media link so I can see if you a thotty yaddy yaddy. And then we'll take it from there. They all about manipulation. Man, what's the point of hiding it? He gonna find out one way or another. So if who you are, just be your authentic self. If who you are isn't a fit for him, hurry up and get it out the way so you don't waste your time. But you know what? You want to waste time. That's the thing. You want to see if you can get a couple dollars from him, get a couple free dates out of him before he, cut you off for being embarrassing on social media. That's probably what it is. Let me see if I can get, some free dates. See if I can get him to get my oil changed or something before he finally see what I truly am.
Ignore him. Ignore him. Men do not respond to emotion, at least not in the way you think they respond. Don't send the paragraph. Don't crash out. Don't blow his phone up. Don't tell him all the stuff you don't like. Ignore him. As a certified retired crash out, as someone who's just now learning to manage her emotions at 32 years old, ignore him. It's almost like Pavlov, I think that's his name. I don't recall. But in psychology, you learn that you respond and you reward good behavior. You ignore negative behavior. Ignore him. He's not acting how you want. He's not listening. He's not treating you the way you want. I'm telling you, go silent. Go silent and see what happens. Ignore.
Okay. You 32 and you just now so-called figuring out how to control your emotions? No thanks. I don't believe you. And this is a 16-year-old's advice. You can tell when women have never been in a 5-10 year relationship or anything like a long-term serious relationship by the advice they give. This is still some stuff you should be going through when you in high school. This is some stuff you may have went through in high school. You shouldn't still be going through this same type of stuff. Ignoring Tyrone when he don't act right isn't going to turn him into a, gentleman who act right. Cut it out. How about you get somebody you don't have to do all this with? That's right. You don't qualify for that man and you're not attracted to those type of men. So you're going to be in this loop until you pass away, unfortunately. Oh, let's just take a look at this real quick. This is the same woman who know how to control her emotions. Let's take a look. This is the woman that knows how to control her emotions, crying on social media. And for the final act of love, I will give you to God. Okay, lady. Yeah, you know they go to the church after they get run through. When they 30 and ran through, now they religious. They're religious, guru now.
With that, I'm so happy. I hate when men try to hit me with that. I'm so happy you don't wear all that makeup. I'm so happy you don't. You're not like other girls. You're just so different. I'm worse. I'm worse. I'm worse. I'm worse. In more ways than one. I don't know if they think that's like, why do they think that's flirting? Just say you like boys. I don't like when women put the lashes on. I don't like when they wear makeup. She's a girl. Say you like to play in butt, okay? In boy butts. Because that's all I hear when men say stuff like that to me. I don't like all that. Oh, you like boys. You like boys. You like boys. That's okay. Just say you like boys. Or they like to hit me with the, oh my gosh, I love that you just embrace your natural hair, and it be clip-ins. Or it be a wig. I'm so happy you don't be wearing them wigs while I actively have a wig on. Shut up. I hate women.
Yeah. So basically, if you don't like me wearing a bunch of makeup, you don't like women. It makes no sense. So look, she cares more about wearing makeup and the weave and all the crap. Look, I don't even know what to say to this one. It's absolutely absurd. I'm trying to think of a response to this one, y'all. Cat got my tongue. I mean, yeah, look, she got her feelings hurt by a guy that she really liked. If not, she wouldn't be making a video about this. She's hoping that he sees this. She got rejected by a guy she really wanted something. She got rejected by a guy she really wanted something serious with because she got rejected by a guy she really wanted something serious with because he saw her with all the makeup and the weave and she was crushed. And that's why this video exists. But look, here's the thing. Trying to shame men for not liking you isn't going to make them like you. But yeah, keep doing your thing, girl. I'm sure you'll find somebody who like all the hair, makeup, and nails. I mean, most guys will put up with it. Most chocolate brothers will put up with it just to get some of that just to get some of that melanated poontang. See, that's the problem with our sisters. They refuse to change for black men. They don't feel like black men are worth changing for. If I brought to her the best man on the planet and all I said was, you just got to stop wearing eyelashes and he'll stay with you and protect you and provide for you for a lifetime, she probably wouldn't do it. Oh gosh, not this lady. Let's do it. Yeah.
I only date successful men. Lawyers, pilots, engineers, product managers, athletes if you want to include them. And I don't go looking for it at all. I don't try hard. They come to me. I never have to wonder if I'm going to be paying for the first date. Like, that's insane to me. I never have to fake pull out my wallet. I never have to wait 2-3 weeks for a date to be planned. That's the first step. I never have to worry about my date planning to take me to Chili's. Like, every date is planned and a good curated experience. Number 1, be pretty and be humble. As a woman in life, like, sorry, but investing in your appearance is important in general. And that combo of being pretty, put together, and also nice, kind, and humble will get you far in any aspect in life, in my opinion. 2, be approachable. Don't And that goes into being humble. Don't walk around with this chip on your shoulder because you're a bad bitch. Be approachable, be welcoming, put that smile on your face, be kind. 3, be confident. Confidence is a strength. I feel like successful men can look at insecurities or feeling insecure as a weakness, especially if it's like shining through you. Successful men like strong.
Oh, okay. I got one question. Yeah. Hold on. Let me
I
start it
only
over.
date
Okay, she only dates successful men. And I'm sure she's only been dating successful men for at least 5 years. If you're so great, why aren't you married to a successful man? Why do you keep dating successful men? AKA, I get ran through by successful men after they take me on curated experiences. Look, successful men with real stuff going on, I ain't talking about rappers and ball players. They're not taking you serious with all those tattoos, for one. And another thing, you're not the baddie that you think you are. But hey, I'm not saying you're not getting those results, but nothing's sticking. But I like the advice you gave about being humble and nice, but I guess not humble and nice enough. Because you still ain't married to one of these successful men.
Where I've gone wrong in every dating situation. I'm a single mom to a 2-year-old, and let me tell you where I've gone wrong in every dating situation I've been in since becoming a mother. So I've been in 1.5 relationships since having my son. We're not gonna talk about the half. We're just gonna focus on the one. Number 1 mistake, no dating process. I feel like I want a family and I want a unit and I wanna be loved so bad. I ignore the dating process. When in reality, this is something that is so necessary. And upon reflection, I need it. I need a dating process. You need to be courted by a man. If you want a high value man, if you want a man to match your energy as a confident, successful woman, they need to court you. In my last relationship that I just recently got out of, we met and then we're inseparable, like basically living together. There was no dating process. There was no asking on a date. There was no grand gestures to show any type of courtship. And I feel like that's where the relationship went wrong, because to me, as a woman with a child, we're playing house at that point.
Okay. A 2-year-old, yeah. A 2-year-old is diabolical work. Who's putting up with that? You know how hard it is to raise a 2-year-old? The reason why you were able to get him, because he needed a place to stay. That's why y'all were inseparable and y'all was playing house, because he needed a house. Those are the only type of dudes who are seriously signing up for a woman with a 2-year-old. So you trying to raise your standards, it's not gonna work, boo-boo. I promise it's not gonna work. Especially with a 2-year-old.
We met and then we're inseparable, like basically living together. There was no dating process. There was no asking on a date. There was no grand gestures to show any type of courtship. And I feel like that's where the relationship went wrong, because to me, as a woman with a child, we're playing house at that point. So my emotions get 10 times more involved instead of truly slowing down and getting to know a person and getting to know what their intentions are, what their life is actually like, what their traumas are, what their triggers are, and really seeing if that person is going to be for me. I feel like no dating process just leads to failure. And a lot of the times, I think as single mothers especially, we can want to rush into situations because of everything we have going on. And we already are one step closer to a family because we do have a child. So it makes it difficult. For myself, I have to slow down. I have to go through that dating process to truly get to know somebody. This could be months long. And I've traditionally never been that type of person. So that's something I'm going to be implementing, because I am super open to date and super open to meeting somebody who is going to be for me. I've done so much reflection over the past.
Yeah. A part of this is sick that she's even trying to date with a 2-year-old. 2-year-olds are a lot. You need to be focusing on your kid and getting your mind right. But I want to say this real quick. There's still hope for her. She's not ugly. She's fit. She only has one kid. I've seen this succeed before. I know personally a single mother. She had 2 kids in her early 20s, and she found a guy that married her, and they've been together for a long time. She can still fix this. But being on TikTok and talking about he gotta court me and wine and dine, her standards are way too high. She need to get off TikTok, go find an average Joe and get on his program. And yes, he's doing you the favor. And maybe you can still turn this thing around, but she's not gonna do it.
Single mom is harder. This is why I feel like dating as a single mom is harder than dating as a regular 24-year-old. Okay? And this is why I'm going to tell you. Aside from the kids, I think that the hardest thing about dating as a single mom is that when you're dating someone, you're competing with other 24-year-olds who have not have children. They do not have stretch marks. They have perfect little tight little abs, and I'm over here with, you know, my diastasis recti in my fucking abdomen, okay? On top of that, I've lost a lot of weight, but it's not like super firm. It's like jiggly, okay? Right? And then on top of that, after you're done breastfeeding, do you know what your titties look like? Have you seen titties after breastfeeding? Mine look like tube socks with a tennis ball. At 24 years old, dating, I'm competing with girls who have firm C cups. I have a saggy B. At best. At fucking best. Okay, guys? So, I'm competing with girls who are so fucking attractive.
Oh my, yeah.
This is why I feel like dating as a
They're so shallow, all they can think about is looks and body. You notice she didn't say anything about character, integrity, good personality, sense of humor. They always go to body and looks because they're the most shallow, superficial people in the world. And they try to project that, saying that the bros are. But yes, of course, it's going to be difficult. But you know why it's so difficult? And I'm going to be clear about this. Because she's still trying to get a 5%er. There's plenty of guys in their 20s who would even take the deal with the saggy whatever or not. Because most young men are locked out of the dating market. So they'll take whatever they can get. She's still decent looking, but she don't care about the 80% of guys still in her inbox. She want to compete for the top 5 and 10%ers. It's not going to happen, hun. Humble yourself and take what you can get. And once again, he would be doing you the favor. That 22-year-old boy, that 24-year-old young man that works at Trader Joe's who's a little socially awkward, yeah, lock that down. Trust me. It's going to be the best you can get.
Your standards are way too men don't want to date single mothers. Your standards are way too high and need to be readjusted. And you're just not worth dating as a single mom. If you're a single mom, I am so sure you have heard at least one of these. Or better yet, someone's dusty son has said this to you. I know in my case, anytime one of my videos hits the boys' side of the internet, I can pretty much expect any of these comments. There's so much pressure from society already on single moms, and dating is no exception. It's as if our only focus should be our children and nothing else, while dads get to do whatever they want with their time and receive no judgment. Not only that, but there's so many guys who don't understand we're not dating for the money that they don't have or because we want them to take care of our children. So if you're a single mom, girl, keep your standards high. I could actually argue that you should keep them even higher than someone without children. You are deserving of a healthy relationship you can role model to your kids. Keeping your standards high will also be beneficial in creating the environment you want for your kids and for yourself instead of, falling right back into familiar patterns. I can promise you, a man out there will not only accept you and your kids, but he will pour into you the way no one else has.
Yeah. Yeah, a man will do it. She's right. A man she won't respect. A man she'll run all over. Oh, it's not about you taking care of my kid. It's not about your money. Of course it is. Because even if it's just about love for you, I'm still going to have to help you take care of your kid and provide money. So it is about that. This is a horrible deal for anybody. Well, just for any man. And you know another reason why she's a red flag? She chronicles her life. Like she's focused on recording all this instead of just being a good mom. She focusing on vlogging and calling men dusty on the internet. Grow up. You're a mother now and responsible for another life. How would you like it if never mind. This was a very cringe video. Why are you even showing your son on the internet? Would it be too far-fetched for me to say she's not a good mom? Whatever.
A crash out post. I'm currently Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's gonna happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be fucking hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore, because these...
Yeah.
Okay, this is a crash.
No, usually you don't have to fight unless you're a terrible person and you know, smoking on something, you know, or you're just unstable and we can see that you're unstable. That's why you have to fight. Don't project that on the other single mothers. That's just you. You know what I mean? And now you're questioning if you even want to be a mother. Yeah, that's why you have to fight, making videos like this. Your kids are going to see this video of you talking about, I don't even know if I want to be a mother. Yeah, I think it's going to be best if they just stay with Poppy. Yeah, I knew that within seconds of this video popping up and you screaming like a lunatic. Look, yeah, the nose ring theory, it never fails. The bull ring theory, it never fails. Yeah, no duh, society wasn't set up for single mothers. Well, you got it easy here in America. Cause trust me, they really don't set single mothers up in other countries the way they set them up here in America. They basically reward you for being a single mother in America. So I don't want to hear the boo-hooing. I really hope daddy gets full custody. I'm just gonna say that. I can't take any of this anymore. Let's move on.
Many other hoes that you're... It's always, oh, you must just have so many other hoes that you're paying attention to. I know you're entertaining so many different men. You just don't text me enough. You must not be that into me. Literally, I just worked a full day, had to come home, cook me and Zuri dinner, listen to about 3 tantrums already within the span of like an hour, have to give her a tub, put her to bed. That's going to take about another 2 hours if I'm lucky, and maybe have an hour of me time before I go to bed. And you think I want to sit here and go back and forth. How was your day? How was your day? How's your day? What are you doing? What are you doing? How'd you sleep? Boy, be so for real. Next time, ask me how you could alleviate some of this stress. It's always, oh, you must just...
I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to alleviate your stress. No, thank you. I was just trying to text my way into them draws. I don't want to come over there and alleviate none of that stress because I didn't create none of that stress. See what single moms have to offer on the dating market? Problems and stress that they want you to come fix and alleviate. No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you're put together. You know, you're blessed in more ways than one. And YouTube, you know, slow down, YouTube. I didn't mean in that way. I just meant with her creativity. I just meant with her creativity and her intellect. I wasn't talking about anything else, YouTube, but she's clearly blessed. So dudes are still going to be on her line. So dudes are still going to be on her line, but don't let the appearance trick you, fellas, into walking into Hades. You know what I mean? She don't got no femininity for you because she's stressed out 24/7 based on a decision she made. So, yeah, it ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. I don't care how cute she is or how many families she could feed in Africa, if you know what I mean.
Will most likely date if you are a single mom. These are the 5 kinds of guys that you will most likely date if you are a single mom dating. Number 1 is the guy who thinks that he's doing you a favor by dating you in spite of the fact that you're a single mom. He thinks that you should be on your hands and knees thanking him for giving you a shot. Hard pass. The second is the church guy. You know these guys, like they'll take you to church on the first date. You think you found a good one. Turns out they are the most toxic, evil men that you will ever come in contact with. Let me tell you, you want nothing to do with this guy. Number 3 is the recently divorced guy. A guy who's gone through a divorce, has been married before. And let me tell you, some of these guys are single and divorced for a reason, especially if it's a recent divorce or they are newly single. Hard pass. Number 4 is the guy who's perfect on paper. Like, you guys should be such a good fit. Like, he just makes sense. He's a good guy. He's great. He's nice. He's got a great job. Like, everything is just telling you that you should date this person and he should be perfect for you. But unfortunately, something just feels off. Like, you just don't feel like it and you don't want to settle. So you don't end up dating this guy for very long, but it's for the best. Last but not least will be your future husband. The guy that you meet, that you finally realize why nothing ever worked out before. It just falls into place so perfectly, and God sends him directly to your doorstep, like signed, sealed, delivered. The perfect man for you, fits right into your family, is an amazing father figure, does all of the things. It definitely makes you understand why none of the other ones worked before you met him. So guys that
Yeah, that 5th guy is made up and is never coming. You know, I already knew that guy was coming on the list. The guy who's too nice and who you're not really attracted to because he doesn't have enough edge and he is good on paper, but I just don't feel the spark. Look, that's the only guy that's coming. And let's be real, you were going to walk all over him anyway, so you definitely did him the favor. But yeah, as far as the other guys, the other 3 guys, yeah, shocker, a low-value woman is attracting low-value men. But yeah, as far as the other guys, shocker, a lower-value chick is attracting lower-value guys. There's no shocker there. It makes total sense. It makes total sense. See, there's always that spineless guy, you know, on the back burner. There's always going to be that spineless guy in the back burner. There's always going to be that spineless guy on the back burner in her DMs who'll marry her, you know, and she knows for sure he'll marry her and be a good guy and never do anything wrong. But they don't want that guy. He's too easy. He's not a challenge. He's not going to challenge her. But that's the only guy that she has real action at. No guy with self-esteem and options is picking her and taking her serious. She's cooked.
From a young single woman, take this advice from an almost 50-year-old woman who became a single mom at 35 and ended up getting remarried in her 40s and now has a blended family. Use me as your cautionary tale. I want you right now to romanticize your life. Be so good at loving yourself that anyone else who comes into your life and doesn't love you as much as you love you seems absolutely irrelevant. That way, you are never going to lower your standards just to be with someone. You deserve better than that. And your kids, if you have them, need to see you being loved better than that. How?
Somebody type 43 seconds in the chat. 43 seconds in the chat.
Young single woman.
First off, the word is still out if this is gonna work out. She says she's almost 50 and she's got married. She says she almost 50 and she got married in her 40s. We'll see how this turns out, or maybe we won't see, but you know what I'm trying to say. She got a blended family. I would never advise a man to marry a woman over 40 with kids or over 35 with kids. Because you got to ask yourself, would she have dated me at 25? Absolutely not. You're the nice guy she settled for, who can retire her and whatever, be a father figure to her kids. See, this is the number 4 guy from the TikTok we just looked at. See, but she's smart. I'll give it to her. She was smart enough to know I'm going to get more benefit than not from picking the number 4 spineless guy who's never going to challenge me and just be happy to be there. All we can hope for is that she treats him okay. But we know she don't respect him. What up, Zachariah? See, yeah, most of these women, even when they're single moms or they blow up to a ridiculous weight, there's always some guy who'll treat them like gold. They all know who this guy is from a little girl. The nice guy who'll treat them like gold and never challenge them. They always know they can marry that guy. The question is, even if she does settle for him, will she treat him like a human being? 9 times out of 10, no. But let's just pray for his sake that this is one of the women who can do that and treat a nice guy she doesn't respect nice because he's doing everything for her and her kids.
Single mom. Let's talk dating as a single mom. I get this question all the time. Tips, advice, your experience. Are you seeing anyone? How's that going? And I would love to be able to give advice and tips on how that's going, but it's not going. Because as a single mom, our standards about fucking triple prior to. I already had high standards, and then now you bring my daughter into the thing, and like no one's good enough, right? On top of standards, time. As a single mom, we have little to no me time. So if I'm going to invest the small amount of me time I have into someone else and you fucking waste it, done. And on top of them not being shit, they don't fucking know how to communicate. My 2-year-old toddler has the capability to tell me what she does or does not want, does or does not like, and how she's feeling. But some way, grown-ass men are not able to use their big boy words to communicate. Weird. Moral of the story is I am not your girl if you want advice. I can tell you what not to do. I can tell you the men not to go for, but that's basically all I've learned over the last couple years. So hopefully you have better luck than I do.
No, here's the thing. Chad and Tyrone knows how to communicate. They do. They just don't want to communicate effectively with a single mom. They just want to communicate effectively at 3 in the morning, if you know what I mean. They don't have a problem with communication when it comes to trying to get them buns. But when it comes to a relationship, yeah, now they have the reading comprehension and understanding of a 3-year-old when they looking at those texts. It's no coincidence. But she thinks her standards can triple as a single mom. It sound good. It sounds good. But it doesn't matter what your standards are, ladies. It matters what standards you can actually manifest and maintain. It's one thing to have a standard. It's another thing to have a man you respect come meet that standard and then maintain that man. That's where y'all struggle. Y'all don't struggle with coming up with ridiculous standards off the top of your head. You're experts at that.
Mom. When I first started dating, let's talk dating as a single mom. When I first started dating, it was really unexpected. Like I obviously wasn't like looking for anything and it didn't turn into anything to happen out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, have fun. This is fun. I'm not gonna play games. I'm a mother. I don't have time for this. I don't need to play hard to get because I just am hard to get because I'm busy. I'm a mom. Like I don't have time to just be available. So I decide I'm just gonna not worry about texting back too fast or I don't know, you know, all the little things that you do to like seem interesting. But I guess I just really learned just be yourself is not enough.
Yeah.
Let's talk dating as a single mom.
Being yourself as a chick is not a good strategy. Being yourself as a chick is not a good strategy because most woes just aren't that interesting, aren't that fun to be around. You know what I mean? But anyway, see, that's another problem that single moms have. It's true that they don't have a lot of time. They got to work, they got to chase a kid around. So they're not going to put a lot of effort into the guys who are genuinely trying to pursue a single mom because he's not going to be Chad and Tyrone. See, even as a single mom, there are certain guys that they will move mountains for, but that guy isn't trying to have anything serious with them. You know what I mean? So even when they do meet pretty good guys who are willing to take them serious, they're not going to carve out the time to give him any effort back, and he's going to fade off. And then the guy who she would really want is gonna fade off after he get his off, if you know what I mean. So yeah, she's stuck in the loop, the single mom loop of abyss. She's stuck in the single mom abyss. She's stuck in the single mom loop. All right, folks. I think that was enough content for one day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Follow the new channel, Dating Dysfunctions. Drop a super chat on any one of my videos to show appreciation. Even if I'm not live, you can go on any video and drop a super chat. Join the new channel.
Hello?
It's called Dating Dysfunctions. I'm gonna drop the link. Yeah. Follow the new channel. If anybody's new in here right now, don't subscribe to this channel. I mean, I guess you could because I'm still gonna live stream from this channel, but yeah, join the new channel if you want my short form content. And other than that, I might catch y'all later if I feel like coming on. RB Sensei out.